things can cause big trouble.
I know where the Tri-Delta sorority's having their initiation tonight.
Yeah? Felt the Delta?
Hello, and welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast, the podcast where three men drink beers and gripe about horror movies.
And they're right.
Oh!
They say you shouldn't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. And they're right.
Busted.
Just so everyone's aware, there will be spoilers and plenty of nasty, nasty language.
How about a cocktail?
They say curiosity killed the cat. And they're right. They say good things come in small packages.
No way out, except my time.
But this time, they're wrong.
Don't turn the back seat. You'll just strike him over.
Got to give the devil his due. Sorority babes.
Our second film is Sorority Babes in the Slimeball, Bowl-a-Rama. Yes, yeah. I know it sounds like one of those truly educational films, but actually it's a film with girls running around in skimpy clothes. Imagine that.
All right. Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast.
You seem pumped right now.
Yeah! Not really, no. I'm John.
I'm Ben.
Cobra.
And we are reviewing... Can somebody get this name right? I have Sorority Bowl something.
Sorority Babes at the Slimeball Bowl-a-Rama.
That's it. It's a request from...
Larry?
Not Larry. What is his name?
Randall.
Fred the dog.
Fred the dog.
Oh, Fred, I was way off.
And it says it's Fred the dog. I was wondering what the story was for each of you about how you got interested in horror movies. For me, it was either watching Halloween or Up All Night on USA. Thanks.
Ooh. I'll go first because I was a USA Up All Night. I also had 4 older brothers, so I was exposed to stuff that I was far too young to watch. I think my parents just didn't care by the time I was around because they were too tired. But I can remember watching Friday the 13th. It's probably the first horror film I ever watched. And I remember being scared, but I don't know, I just like that feeling of dread. You never know what's going to happen. So, but yes, USA Up All Night was a heavy influence.
I always rented horror movies with boobs in them when I was younger.
There's a box art too.
I also had 2 older brothers and an older sister, and I remember them telling me about Freddy's gonna get me when I was like 5 and stuff. And Nightmare 3 was the first boobs I ever seen, and that came out in 87, 88. So I was like 4. But my girlfriend, I started dating her 5 years ago, and she's a huge horror movie person too, so I got hooked even more into it. Like I would buy them and never watch them, but like now I actually have to watch them too.
Well, I'm partially the same. I started running 5 for 5s, and that box cover, you're right, the box cover was amazing to look at.
Yep.
And there were 3 movies in particular that made, like, I would go get 5 for 5s all the time and pick all kinds of different shit.
Maniac because of his flaw.
No. There were 3 that stuck out to me. One was Hellraiser 2. I thought it was before I saw any of the other Hellraisers. I thought
That one?
Yeah, that one. I thought the music was amazing, and the film was... I didn't understand it, but I thought everything just looked and sounded way better than I actually do now. But the first time I saw it, I was like, this is amazing. This is horror? This is great. And then I saw 2 movies that made me want to keep getting 5 for 5s without looking at the covers of them or anything, and just pick them. Just pick them and hope that they were good. And
it was a gamble.
One was Dr. Gore, because it was so fucking ridiculous with no explanation as to why. At least at the time, I didn't know why. There's a clapboard at the end of the movie, because they forgot to cut it out of the movie. There's a clapboard. And then the other one is There's Nothing Out There. It's a movie. It's like a parody movie of like all the horror tropes, but it's like one of the first ones that was ever done, and it was really cheap.
When did it come out?
91. So those three, I was like, I want more of this, and it just kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
I saw almost everything that Showtime had. I saw everything that bowling place had.
Oh, in Garden City?
Yeah.
That place
Super
was
Bowl
terrible.
video. I saw
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
they had. When they started going out of business, I started buying them like crazy for like $1.
Yep.
So
Eagle Video used to have them at Giant
Oh
Eagle
my
there for a
God,
while too,
Eagle
before
Video.
Showtime became big.
We had
When
a
I
couple.
was-
Before fucking.
Well, we're all from the same hometown, basically. And, like, there was always a mom and pop video store popping up in town.
there was one in Harrisville for a little bit on the corner, but then
That's what I mean. Like, there was at least 3 different ones. Every time
Yeah,
it would go out of
Showtime was
business,
there for
somebody
a
else
great
would.
deal.
when I was real little, I used to go into video stores, and I was too afraid to watch Friday the 13th, but I'd always check out the back of the boxes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Be like, wow, what is
Hey,
happening?
The
Yeah,
Friday-
you'd see the mask and be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Friday the 13th box art is probably the one. Like, I can remember, is it part 5 that had the red glowing eyes from the hockey mask? Even though the hockey mask wasn't Jason's hockey mask. But
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Roy. But
Roy Burns.
All right, Fred the dog. Here we go. We're gonna review.
I hope
this
those are
movie of
acceptable
yours.
answers.
Yeah, I hope those are good.
Explanation.
So this movie has 2 minutes of opening credits, and it takes a long. It feels longer.
I like the opening song though.
What is it?
I knew you would.
I skipped
Good.
it.
It's 80s and it's great.
It's late 80s. It's not just 80s.
Late 80s is fine.
I know, but this is when horror films were really.
Heading in the wrong direction.
Yes.
Yep.
I think 88, actually, this is when this was, but 88 and onward.
You know what I blame for it? April Fool's Day.
That's what everybody blames for it.
Single-handedly.
That damn movie.
This is the time of history when you could read Penthouse in front of your friends and like just sit there and talk about jerking off.
Yeah, Jimmy's the fat guy. He's got chips on him.
6 cans of
Drinking
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
And their plan is to go to the Felta Delta sorority house and
There's
watch
gonna be a
them.
midnight show with Babs.
Yeah.
That's a funny name. Babs reference to Animal House.
Huh?
Yep, yep. Running across the lawn, too. It's a reference to Animal House with Belushi running across the
Oh
lawn.
yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
Plug Animal House.
Damn right. Good movie.
There's nude posters on the wall, so you get tits 2 minutes in.
I love
There you
it.
go.
Boobs on wall.
How old are these women?
33?
I have 30s.
Does this look like a sorority house?
No.
Does where these guys at look like? It looks like just a house and another house.
Exactly.
There's no campus. I don't know. I think they made up this sorority.
Yeah. No,
But-
Delta Delta is a real. No, I'm joking.
The Felta.
I have this character reminds me of you because he just goes, "They have great boobs."
Boobs.
What a
yeah.
perfect line of dialogue.
Great boobs. Haha.
Yeah.
He also is gets drunk. Which kid gets drunk off one beer?
The hero guy.
I have his name as Dork Glasses.
We have another nerd alert. Actually, I think it's called a geeb, which I think is like a geek and a dweeb. Or I misheard that. But I assume that's what it was.
So they're off to the Felta Delta house to watch some paddling.
Do you really good paddling scenes? But do you
want
really
all the
need?
time.
Yeah, they
Do you really need a better view?
No.
From
Okay.
where you are, yeah, let's get inside the house.
You can see it for. I have that they're sexual predators.
Why have it?
They
All of a
are.
sudden, you went from peeping Tom to B&E going down. You're breaking and entering.
Yeah. Your crimes are starting
You're one
to
step
escalate.
away from one step away from serial murderer.
Yeah.
And the women in the house are like 30, but these sorority girls that are getting paddled are like 50.
They're not that old. They're
They
like-
are old.
they're not
Because we
that
get to
old.
No,
watch, we get to longingly stare at them as they take a shower,
That's fine.
and
At
they
least
look
there's
pretty
boobs.
old.
They're not that.
And this goes on for a long
That shower
long
scene.
time.
Yeah.
And I have, is this pre-internet porn? If you didn't have the internet and porn, you just go to somebody's house, break in, and watch them in the
I
shower.
think that was okay in the 80s.
It seems like it because they're not in trouble. They're like, oh,
No.
we caught you. We're gonna give
But
you a
also-
job to do.
It also seems, I guess maybe in today's world, sororities and fraternities, there's always somebody dying of alcohol poisoning because of initiations. This, you just spray whipped cream on someone, have them go steal a
Yeah.
bowling trophy, and all of a sudden,
You're in.
That's it.
you're in.
We paddle you for over 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
They were wailing on them.
Yeah. I have Babs looks like a female Tim Curry, which I guess means Babs looks like Tim Curry from
The Rocky Horror Picture
Yes.
Show.
That's it, yeah. I have Frankie's hair. I bet that comes back to kill her, but it doesn't. Even though they mention it like 30 times, it doesn't really have anything to do with
Who's
anything.
Frankie?
With the amount of hairspray you're using,
Who's
that
Frankie?
cape is not going to. She's the one with the pompadour looking.
They're all assholes.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
these women are assholes.
Frankie?
Yeah, her name's Frankie.
I don't know.
Nope.
She was bitching that the cape was gonna mess up her hair.
Nope.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Alright.
I looked it up on IMDb, that's why I know who
I
she
assure
is.
you, it happened.
Soapy boobs.
They're like,
overpass that.
hey, we caught you. You're gonna go steal these trophies with
A
these women.
trophy.
Steal a trophy with these women. Oh, but my dad owns the mall, so we're
They don't
gonna-
tell them that.
No, but they're gonna watch on the
Yeah.
the surveillance cameras. And when you're breaking into a mall,
That looks like somebody's front porch.
well, also you're breaking in, and
There
they're
was-
not at all being quiet.
No.
Breaking in, they're screaming.
This
they're-
place is packed for a closed mall. There's people everywhere.
There was a Woolworths in there too, though, so
Oh,
they must
nice.
have been in a real mall.
Oh,
Yep.
come on. It's cheap just to rent a mall after hours.
Is it?
Yeah, George Romero
Did
did
you try?
it.
Did Shopping Mall do that?
Probably.
I bet it's the same mall as Shopping Mall.
Might be.
Do you recognize this janitor?
Why is he stuck?
No, it didn't.
And what is he doing
Back
there?
to the Future, They Live, and
Back to the
Pumpkinhead.
he was the bum on the.
He's the bum on the seat. And in They
That's
Live, he's the guy who takes the money to go to the parties at the end. And then in Pumpkinhead, he's the guy who has like 8 kids and tells Lance Henriksen, don't be going up there to that witch's house.
Do you guys like Pumpkinhead?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have it. It's good.
It's
Anything.
probably a 6.5, 7, 6.5.
I really like it, yeah.
I just think it's an interesting concept.
There's were bowling alleys in the mall in the 80s? I have to ask you too.
Yes.
There
Yeah, I
were.
think so.
I buy that.
But
Alright.
what is this guy doing still there?
Is he the security guy? Is he a janitor that just lives in
I think he lives there.
Well, he said
does
he's
he
been there
live
for 15 years, I think. Or am I thinking of another movie?
No, you said 15 because he explains the story of how that imp got there.
Yeah, I'm
So-
going to assume that he just lives in his custodial closet.
That's weird.
I had Linnea Quigley as Quigs in this movie the whole time. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Alright. We finally run into Quigs.
Is her attitude
Look at
okay?
my very top before we get
Quigs.
going.
Quigs! Yeah.
Is it alright
There you go.
that she's just...
We think like hockey players.
Is it alright that she doesn't get naked? No, it's not.
No, it is
And
absolutely
then
not.
it's
In a
gonna
movie
get
with
dark.
nudity everywhere, she needs to be
Why
naked.
is she not?
I'm assuming she didn't get paid enough. I don't know what her asking fee was back then, but...
Well, maybe she was like, I want to be the lead. And they're like, but if you're the lead, you can't get nude. And she's like,
This movie cost $70,000 to make, from what I... So they might not
How much
have
did it
the
make on
extra...
70,300, I would say, would be what they need.
That's it, just
They
give
couldn't
her...
give that 300.
Give her $300 a night to, you know... Get
She
help.
calls these women high school hookers, and I have retirement home hookers.
Well,
They're old.
They're not that old.
I'm not right. Dialogue in this movie.
Quigs is pretty good looking, but she's not a good actress, and it really sticks out in this one.
She's
That's why
great.
she
It's
usually
just like she is
shows
in
assets.
Return of the Living
Yeah.
Dead and everything else. She just.
But in
like,
this one in particular,
ugh.
because she has so many lines, she's kind of like being
Sticks
real
out?
stiff. Yeah.
Yeah.
running joke of the movie is that a guy's a
Nice.
one beer queer.
Yeah.
Oh, that gets old by 20 minutes.
He's still puking
I
like.
keep forgetting that he's not actually sick, and then he's sort of like the beer.
Yeah.
I forgot because it didn't seem to mean anything.
And then he keeps throwing up.
Alright.
Lisa and Taffy are the two older women.
Yeah, and they're like, maybe this is a bad idea. I'm like, no shit. Breaking into a mall and stealing shit seems like a bad idea. But also they call somebody a punk dyke.
Yeah, I have it written down. What about the punk dyke? What about that
The
punk
80s.
dyke?
I love the 80s.
You get away
Spider
with
is
it.
Linnea Quigley.
Yeah.
Calvin is the one beer queer.
Who automatically we see from the beginning they have a connection.
Why?
Late 80s, you had to have romance in your horror film.
I guess.
They steal
Really? In a movie called Sorority Babes at the Slimeball Bowl-a-Rama, we need a love story.
Yeah, sure.
They knock over a trophy that has an imp in it. The fuck
I
are the
didn't
rules
know.
of imps?
I thought his name. I thought he initially said his name was Uncle Limpy, and I was like, wasn't that your Boy Scout leader's name, Weaver?
Good one.
We did get-
real nice.
What was his motto?
His motto.
His motto: try harder.
and go longer.
We did get some underboob from Linnea Quigley.
Yeah.
That's not good enough.
No.
I like underboob.
Yeah, but in this movie it doesn't work.
No.
It's called Sorority Babes.
The trophy was smoking
Yep.
when it exploded with the imp. Who
Somebody-
sounds like a black
Somebody
pimp.
calls somebody fats, and I kind of like that.
The imp actually was
Jimmy,
kind of funny.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he
imp,
was.
is he supposed to be funny?
I
I'd
think
say
so.
not.
It's not working for me.
Well, I have a question about this movie of what it's trying to be. I mean, obviously, is this supposed to be kind of a Killer Clowns from Outer Space horror comedy?
I think
More
so.
emphasis on the comedy, and it's just not working.
I think so.
Because the horror doesn't.
There's nothing
There's
here that's
nothing
horror.
here at all.
Yeah.
They turn. He gives one of the people, because they get wishes. He gives the fat guy gold.
It turns into wood.
Which is wood. Why wouldn't you? When you first pick it up, when you feel that it was wood.
I think
it's
it
like,
was gold
oh,
at
you
first, and
changed
then
back
it
into
just
wood.
because he could easily say, "Well, I didn't tell you how long your wish lasts."
The other guy wants to sleep with the one old lady.
Keith
Oh,
and Lisa,
no.
go have sex.
He wants to dry hump
Oh yeah.
the old lady.
And here's my problem with this. Keith the whole time wants sex from this lady, and they go off, and she's trying to fuck him, and he's like, no, that is the reason you're here.
Maybe we should talk. Let me go get some.
I gotta
ice.
get to know you. No.
No, you're just gonna fuck this girl who's under a spell, and then you're gonna go home and go to bed.
Yeah.
Was she
Call it
one
a-
of the?
Call it a good, successful night.
Yeah.
Was that a whole new character, or was she one of the?
She's one of the two old sorority ladies.
Lisa.
Oh my god, she went from old to like grandma old.
Yeah, right? They get older.
What?
I have a line in here I wrote down that I'm hoping you have so you can say it, because I know this
Tighter than a nun's cunt.
You got it.
Wow.
Stuck tighter than a nun's cunt. Yep. That's...
I just looked at that note, and you said that as like it has to be this note.
Yeah. So why is Quig so angry? She's in a bad mood in this movie.
I assume she's a runaway.
Okay, so now the imp turns the two women into Frankenstein, and I guess the lady from The Exorcist, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know
what
that
she's
was.
supposed to look like. Bride of Frankenstein,
Brad
sorry.
Frankenstein, yeah.
And this imp is wisecracking, but he's just dropping, like, one-word one-liners. It's not that good.
And the guy keeps trying to get out of the closet, and he keeps getting the door like shut in on him, and
Yeah.
he can't get out, and it's funny.
He's so funny. Now people are starting to die. Just out of nowhere.
Here we go.
Shit starts happening. People start dying. And meanwhile, those two people are trying to have sex, and if I were any closer, I'd be behind you. Not really. She's just sitting on top of you.
Yeah.
Just as close.
Why would you be closer from behind her?
Someone got beheaded. I think it was a fat guy.
That's a cool scene where he rolls the head down the.
Yeah,
the
I've
bowling.
had bowling. This is the
bowling.
first bowling we've had in this Bowl-a-Rama.
Yeah.
And who
I
would
wish
have?
we had more bowling.
You know, he says something like, let's slow down, and she's like, we're going super fast. And I'm like, you guys aren't going fast at all. You've been in here for like 25 minutes.
You haven't
dry
done a
humping."
damn thing.
And
Yeah.
clothes are
I've
still
noticed, I haven't
on,
seen
yeah.
any penetration. I don't even think this guy touched her boobs yet. He's like, let's talk. Let's talk. You were there to try to at least see her titties, and now you're like there, touch them.
Yeah.
Fuck her. That's what you're there for.
So the janitor got out, and then somebody gets deep fried. And my question is, who left the deep fryer on all night?
Maybe that guy was going back for some.
Would you see she?
Could be, but most of the time you take the grease out at night and then you fill it up.
So
in
the
morning.
woman,
I know this shit.
the woman who's under the spell, she keeps taking the shorts off the kid, and I swear he has like 6 pair of boxer shorts
It's like
on
that
because
show-
every time he keeps pulling them off, there's another pair.
It's like that show Strip Poker from USA.
Keith and
They would
Lisa.
all dress like they were going into the frickin' Andes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on before the Up All
The
Night.
Andes are real hot.
I think you're lying to me. Are you being facetious? Is that what this is?
The Andes Mountains,
Yeah.
they're real hot.
You tell that to the people in alive.
Yeah.
Fucking eat people.
All mountains are cold, but I wouldn't have said the Andes because the Andes are in South America where it's warm.
But those mountains are
It's
cold.
called elevation.
I know. But it's cold in the mountains. All mountains are cold, right? Right?
Yeah.
No, wait. All right, never mind.
The Appalachians aren't that cold.
I don't
I'd
even
say
know
they're
what I
cool.
said to bring that up.
I'm saying like
He didn't
a
say
peak of-
anything. He just.
All right.
he said the Andes.
Why
Yeah.
did I say that? I feel stupid for saying it now.
I don't know.
You were talking about the strip poker
It was
game
being
on
as cold as
USA,
the Andes,
and you said
right?
people dressed like they were going to the Andes.
Yeah,
You should have said the Arctic.
fine. The Arctic. Cut all that stuff out and put. They dressed like they were going to the Arctic. Quiggs is hot, but man, she's just not. It's not working.
Why?
She can't act.
She's delivering
fine.
lines.
Yeah, she's fine.
She just needs to dance on a gravestone. Talk about getting eaten by people. And I'm like,
That's
all right,
true.
way to go.
Return of the Living Dead's
Yeah.
great.
Well, they find the girl who wanted to be a prom queen, and they pull her apart. Just leave her laying in pieces on the
Laffy
floor.
wants to be prom queen.
They're trapped now. The imp has the doors blocked.
Lightning effects are going on also through this movie.
Not good. Worse than Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Ooh.
The electrocution scene at the end.
Yeah.
Someone bowls ahead. Oh,
Have more bowling.
kids puking again.
They have a pretty good burn scene. Bab's death. That was a pretty good burn scene. Nobody gets lit up.
Oh, yeah, they throw a Molotov cocktail on her.
It was a good burn scene.
Did Babs talk to the imp yet?
I think, and
know.
they
This
kill the
is-
girl by bowling a ball into her head, and she's like, ha ha, she's dead. And the imp's like, no, not one of them.
You gotta talk like this.
What is the imp too? He's
I
like,
don't know.
what does he look like?
I don't
This
know.
little dark.
He's weird.
He's
looking.
like 2 foot tall. He's got a black voice,
Yes.
like a pimp,
Yeah.
and he looks. Is he claymated or is he a puppet?
I think it's I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. Is it claymation or is it?
It's gotta be a puppet.
It's got to be a puppet,
I
right?
think it's back then. Yeah, I would assume, but
So they go and they talk to the janitor, Quiggs and the guy. And the janitor's like, yeah, the
Calvin,
imp's been
Calvin.
here forever. We locked
So
in a bowling trophy.
so he knows it's in the bowling trophy. Why doesn't he just take that bowling trophy and like bury it or something?
Yeah, 'cause somebody might win that at some point.
Yeah, or somebody might knock it off the shelf
Yeah.
at some
No
point
idea.
while they're cleaning.
But
Does anyone work there besides him?
he starts having problems hearing and just repeating what they're saying, and it's supposed to be a joke. And he laughs. Had on in this part.
That's not funny.
No, I didn't think so. Because I didn't even write it down. I just remember that. So,
It was kind of funny.
the nude girl who was trying to have sex is still in that room. The lights go out. I think she died. No, they have 2 girls fighting, right?
Yes.
And I have no 2 girls that are nude fighting. This is boring. There should be 2 girls.
There should be 2
nude
girls
fighting.
fighting in this scene.
Might have been a little better. Would have been a little better.
Yeah, it's just all the places that it could hit, it misses. That's my problem with it.
My
Now the
problem
Bride of
is-
Frankenstein is dead
Oh,
too.
Babs, how about
I
a
couldn't-
cocktail? Was that when she got lit on fire?
Yeah.
I couldn't keep track of the names and who these people were in this movie. I don't know why.
Other than Babs and that one from the beginning whose name I already forgot.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
it,
Lisa
it-
and Laffy.
like I wasn't
That
sure.
guy.
I have no idea which one died and which one's the Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, and which one
They had-
It's hard to tell them
It's-
apart. Well,
They
which
had
one
2
is
nerd glasses guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Who look like hipsters in modern day.
Yeah.
I could totally see that, but
So what is the guy's just like, hey, you got to trap, did you already say that? Trap an imp anywhere? Is that what he said?
something like
Or
that.
he talks about some guy who was like, Dave McCabe or McCabe was a bad bowler and he started bowling 300s all the time and he used black magic and this imp came out and granted
How
him
is
these
that the
wishes.
story? Okay.
yes,
That
is
was
the
this guy's
story.
story, something like that.
That's how the imp came to
he
be.
was murdered in a gas chamber and his dead soul is the imp imposed.
Okay, sure. So the imp is a 300 bowler. That's what this is.
The creep can roll.
Yeah.
What's this day of rest shit? What's this bullshit? I don't fucking care. It don't matter to Jesus. But you're not fooling me, man. You might fool the fucks in the league office, but you don't fool Jesus. It's Bush League Sega stuff. Laughable, man. I would have fucked you in the ass Saturday. I'll fuck you in the ass next Wednesday instead. Woo! You got a day Wednesday, baby.
He's cracking.
So the car hits another car, flies through the air, and Geek Glasses gets out, and it's fine. And then they put a lid on. After they set the Babs on fire, they put a lid on the imp,
Well,
and that's it.
the geese.
Wow, we really flew through that.
Well, this movie's hard. Like there's.
There
Uh,
is because everything just runs together because
Yeah.
it's like every 5 minutes we cut back to Lisa trying to have sex with Keith, and that's 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And then you've got the imp talking in different spots, and that's 10 minutes of the movie. And then you have the janitor guy there for 8 minutes of the movie. And then you have these girls walking around trying to avoid.
Would you say
the
it's a bunch of
Vignettes.
It might be a bunch of vignettes. And it's only 80-some minutes, but it's too long because they get to the bowling alley at like 18 to 20 minutes into the movie, and then they literally run around this bowling alley for 20 minutes, then find an imp, and then it's 30 minutes more of running around trying to avoid the imp and the Bride of Frankenstein and some zombie-looking woman.
Well, we also have this weird romances developing in this movie.
Yeah, like
and
Linnea Quigley would ever.
I also like that at the end of this, nerd guy, his name's Calvin, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He seems pretty okay with his friend's death. Like, then he's never going to see them again. But he's like, oh, okay. I guess he's going home with Linnea Quigley, so he's probably...
He's going to go pound that pooter. I said pooter.
Is that from Grumpy Old Men?
I don't think so.
Burgess Meredith saying pound
I
pooter.
wish he said that.
John, you seem distracted.
I'm not paying attention.
So, John, what do you think of this movie?
I give it a 1.
It's pretty unwatchable.
1.
I couldn't watch this again if I tried.
I love the fact that you're disgusted he gave it a 1.
I am a little disgusted.
You probably are the most critical of any movie.
I can get my boobs anywhere, and this is not the place to
No, you
go.
can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't get them in Coyote Ugly.
Well, you're right. This movie was boring. I didn't have anything to say about it. I tried taking notes. They're boring. The notes are boring. The movie is boring. Linnea Quigley is in a movie with boobs and doesn't get naked. It's just really dumb. I didn't think the imp was exciting or funny or anything.
I think I thought he was funny for the first 3 minutes he was on.
There's one scene where he just shows up and says one word and you forgot he was there.
Yeah, he disappears for a while, and I thought they might have had trouble with the animatronics. They weren't working, so they couldn't have them on screen.
They looked like they had trouble with it. Maybe that's why the whole movie was so damn dark.
Yeah, because all you saw was the shoulders to the head. He'd stick his head across the...
Right out.
out of a doorway.
Or something.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote this, but the kills weren't very good either, which would have been nice. So, no. 1 out of 10. Either one of you two. Go ahead.
2 out of 10. The dialogue was just atrocious. It's bad dialogue when all they do is just repeat the same line in a different sentence. You know what I mean? They say it and then they just flip the words around, say it again. Mm-hmm. I did think the only thing I thought was kind of remotely funny was bowling the head down the lane. And I thought the burn scene was alright, but this movie's atrocious. Was this a USA Up All Night movie? Because it feels like it.
It feels like it, yeah.
It feels like it wanted to be those types of movies, if you guys remember, what were some of them, Hard Bodies, or those types of movies, but there were, they...
Just missed, huh?
Yeah, they swung and missed.
Alright.
I gave it a 4
Wow.
out of 10. It's a B cheesy horror movie. Its jokes aren't that funny. Linnea Quigley doesn't get naked. That is a problem with this movie, and the pacing of this movie is a terrible problem. The lack of gore is a terrible problem.
There's no gore in this at all.
No.
Your killer's running around after the imp makes them, or the Bride of Frankenstein, and some woman with a little makeup on her face. You can tell that there's no budget on this. I have no idea.
Oh, she kept saying this.
No budget on this movie, but you know what?
Are you gonna watch it again?
I probably won't watch it again, but
Are there any other 4 out of 10s that you would watch again?
No.
Okay.
I think this is the same. I give this the same score as Paranormal Activity.
Wow. No way.
At least it's not good, but it's got boobs. It's a B cheesy horror movie, and for that I'm gonna give it a 4. It tried. It just wasn't very good.
Paranormal Activity is way better than this.
In that aspect of the movie,
way
not
better.
entertaining wise for me though. I just don't like it.
All right.
That's it, everybody. Thank you.
And there wasn't enough bowling.
Thank you. Yeah, there was no bowling in this.
Not enough bowling in this movie.
It took place in a bowling alley.
It took place in a bowling alley.
All right, Fred the dog. Keep those movies coming in. We'll keep watching them. If you want to get a hold of us, facebook.com/horrorcasting. We're on Twitter at horrorcasting. Follow us on nowhere else. Don't follow us anywhere. I got that part done. Can somebody pick me up from here?
iTunes.
We're on iTunes.
You can email the show at horrorcastings@gmail.com.
Yep.
We're also on Podcast Republic.
Are we?
Yeah, that's where I downloaded you from.
Oh, cool. We're somewhere else.
Podcast Republic?
Oh,
I don't know, it's on my tablet.
horrorpunks.com. We're there.
Where there?
Stitcher and
terrible.
you can get the last 5 episodes that we did on Stitcher.
We've got a YouTube channel, the
Tube channel. Yeah. Nothing going up this week, I don't think, unless we put up. No, nothing going up this week.
We should just have a segment called Cobra Stories because we should have recorded that last story he told.
I agree. I feel bad for not doing that.
So maybe we'll have him retell it, and we'll try to act as surprised. Actually, it's a pretty horrifying story, so we'll probably still be surprised.
You're it again, yeah. All right, that's gonna do it for this week. We'll be back next week with Congo, monkey movie.
Ooh.
From Guess Who. If you can guess who called in the monkey movie,
Oh, it's got
you won't be surprised.
Winston from Ghostbusters.
And Bruce Campbell. All right, bye-bye.